Why is there so many versions of Jingle Bells? That's the real question.
It's okay.
Why has everyone recorded a different version of Jingle Bells?
Because it's one of the most popular Christmas songs ever.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing and sleigh songs tonight.
Hi friends, welcome to Vlogmas Day 10. We have filled 2 hands worth of Vlogmas days. Let's go.
Technically, that was 20. I'll do 5. You do 5.
That's
Vlogmas Day
10.
10.
We got a lot of things to cover today, so let's get started. We're
Let's
gonna
do
pull a pin to kick us off on our Holly Jolly Jingle time.
Tour. Holly Jolly Jingle Tour.
It's time
Day 10.
for Day 10's pin drawer of the day. What is it?
Big one. Oh, perfect!
That's so perfect!
Oh my
gosh, that is, oh my gosh, that's perfect.
Brief story time. Here we go. The pin that I pulled is Night of Joy 2013.
What a good
Which,
year.
before we begin this story, I have to ask the question, who here remembers when Disney used to do Night of Joy every year in the Magic Kingdom? It was one of our all-time favorite things of the entire year. We would look forward to this event. And basically, for those of you who are not familiar with it, Night of Joy is when the Magic Kingdom would set up different stages throughout the lands, and they would have different Christian artists come and play mini concerts and sometimes full concerts to people who came and bought tickets. And it was literally the best ever because it was at night, so everything was dark. They would have lights and stages, and it was just...
In the early years that we were going, I mean, my first year I think was probably 2011, something like that, 2012. And in the early years when we were going, there was, like, most of the rides were open. Almost all the rides were open. And so you could go and you could ride rides, you could see concerts, you could do all
was
the
open,
things. The
so
food
you
was
could do
open.
normal park stuff.
As it started getting further towards when it finally, they shut down.
They got rid of it.
The event, and we were devastated. They started, like, not all the rides were open, not all the food
because they didn't want to pay the guest members to
and
keep
we're
it all
sad
open.
about it, that it's gone, but all that to say.
But you could, it was one of the ways that you could see some of your favorite Christian artists as close as you've ever seen them, and it was a more smaller, tight-knit group because it was only the people who bought tickets to the event.
And it was really great because, honestly, I'm just going to say this, a lot of Christian artists did not come to Orlando very often unless it was Night of Joy.
It's
like,
true.
on their tours or whatever. Like, Florida was not often on the list for some reason. I always was really sad about that. But then Night of Joy would come, and they'd come to that, and I'd be like, yes.
So we went for many years in a row.
Yes.
This was my first year attending, which was 2013, so that's why I picked this pin to put into the calendar. And this one is actually a really cool pin. It's like a triple layer pin on pin. It has a guitar, an electric guitar in front of the castle, and we have just the absolute best memories as a family, as a church, as a youth group, as a everything. We would go, and different friends of ours would come with us, and we would just rock out to all this Christian music. And the reason that we're laughing, the fact that it ties in perfectly to the Jingle Jam, is that was Jingle Bells by Matthew West. That was his version of Jingle Bells. Yep. And he was one of the artists that we saw multiple times at Night of Joy.
The only concert I made it to on my first year there was Matthew West.
It was a rough night.
Well, we rode a lot of rides that night rather than seeing the concerts. It was very rainy, but we decided we're gonna go ride some things instead. That was my first time riding Pirates of the Caribbean. It was my first time, my only time riding Snow White Scary Adventures. My first time riding Space Mountain. All that happened that first night. And then I saw Matthew West at the end of the night, and it was the best concert, like one of the best concerts still to this day I think I've ever been to. We got there early because it was one of the last concerts of the night at the Space Mountain. I don't remember what it was called, but it was right by Space Mountain. It was like the Galaxy stage?
Yeah.
Galaxy stage maybe? And it was like
each of the stages had different names based on the land that they were in.
And we were there really early, so we got to be on like the front gate line up like next to the stage. And it was epic, and it was awesome, and he came down off of the stage, and he was like running around the front, and then he had this moment with our dad, and he was like, this is the bearded wonder, because he has a really nice beard, and it was just really
got a pretty epic look to him. Okay, so like he does stick out like a sore thumb,
and it was like the coolest night of my entire life.
Yeah. He basically had like this Indiana Jones vibe going with the beard and like the fedora and everything, and so he does stick out.
So that was my first ever Night of Joy experience, and it was the best thing ever. It was so great. So then when we finally got to bring Hope along, it was awesome. And that's when we saw For King and Country the first time, which ties into the shirts we picked today.
Amazing.
How great is that?
For King and Country's very first Christmas concert.
This was the first Christmas tour. We got to go in 2016, but the first time we ever saw them in concert, I think, was Night of Joy.
When they were...
Or was it when they were opening for
Casting Crowns? Which was hilarious because at the time we didn't know who they were. We were just super mesmerized by their show. And now I like to think back on that of like remembering we went to see Casting Crowns and we were like, oh, he's this cute little band that's opening up for Casting Crowns. And it's For King and Country.
Amazing.
And now literally everyone knows For King and Country. And they're on these like hundreds of stop tours. Good for them. It's amazing.
We're so
they're
proud
doing
of
world
them.
tours. But these shirts are from...
And then we ended up seeing them at Night of Joy almost every year after that because they always came
and
back.
again, they always put on such a great show. Both Matthew West and For King and Country are always worth seeing in concert because they bring it to the next level.
10 out of 10 we recommend. We were gonna see them. They came this year for Garden Rocks at Epcot, but they got rained out and I was so devastated.
And we
literally were there.
So close.
We were ready to go, and then it got rained out and we were so
It was
sad.
really sad.
But maybe next year.
Yes.
Guys, come back, please.
So we did, that was the other cool thing about Night of Joy is because it was a special ticketed event like a Christmas party or a Halloween party, they made merchandise every single year that went with the event. So there were shirts and mugs and pins. So this was the pin for my first year in 2013. It does have a double pin post because it is a really cool like triple layered pin. And we were happy enough to get a pin for every single year that we went to Night of Joy. And yeah, just really cool memories, a really great time. And there's like nothing better than like sitting on Main Street and listening to Christian music filling the street and all of the voices of people singing along. It gives me chills just thinking about it. It's like so cool.
Yeah.
So anyways, I don't think this was limited edition or anything. It was limited release obviously for the event.
For the event. So and it was like usually like 2 nights and it was in September-ish time. And it was awesome.
And we should mention, so we are super devastated that Disney did away with the Night of Joy. We are still to this day like
if I could bring
really
back one
disheartened by
special
it.
Disney event, it would be nice.
If they were to bring it back, we would go, and we might buy multiple tickets just to support it. Because if you're interested, though, in that type of experience, Rock the Universe still does happen every single year because Universal, thumbs up to you. They kept it going, and it is still in September, October time.
I think it's in like January this year.
Oh, they changed it up.
Yeah, they changed it up once Disney quit Night of Joy. Rock the Universe
once they didn't have to have competition,
which made a lot more sense to us. But let me double check.
But yes, Universal Orlando does do Rock the Universe, which is the same thing as Night of Joy, where Christian artists come and sing and have concerts.
January 26th and 27th, 2024, Friday and Saturday. And it's gonna be awesome.
There you go. So
I think Casting Crowns is gonna be there.
If you're interested in this type of event and you want to support these awesome
Kane is gonna be there.
Coming,
maybe we should go.
I want to go.
Casting Crowns, Brandon Lake, Phil Wickham, Kane, Andrew Rip. It's gonna be pretty.
That's a great
I know. So maybe we should go.
So, anyways, Rock the Universe at Universal does happen. That would also be a great vlog. So maybe do we need to do that for you guys? Let us know. I feel like
consider it.
That would be
super fun. Okay. So now it's my turn to pick from the pouch of mystery pins. Mystery pouch. We're gonna go with this one. Okay.
Ooh, it's a big one.
This is one of my favorite, honestly, one of my favorite pins. One of my favorite like series they did, and it was just stunning. So this was from the Enchanted Emblems limited edition series. I want to say this was from last year before. I can't remember. I'll check on the back of the pin. But this is a Sword in the Stone pin, if you don't know. Sword in the Stone is one of my favorite classic Disney films. I absolutely love it so much. And this pin is just stunning.
It's a lot.
It's everything, and I love it so much. So this one has a spinner in the middle, and then the outside ring says, Whoso pulleth out this sword of this stone, and anvil, I can't read the font. The anvil is right-wise king born of England.
That was easy.
I can't read the font. It's in like a fancy old script font, and I can't read it. But anyway, this is a gorgeous pin.
Sword and anvil
of this stone. And anvil. But look, when you turn it around, so the one side has Wart pulling the sword out of the stone, and it's got the gorgeous script and some little gemstones and everything. When you turn it around, it's got the Sword in the Stone logo on it. Isn't that pretty? I love it so much, and it just spins around, and super cool. So this one is, I cannot see, that is a teeny tiny little number. Hold on. So it's from 2020, limited edition of 3,000, and there were a few in this series. Like I said, it was a series of enchanted emblems, so they had different logos and different movies.
That is very satisfying.
And it was so cool, and I just love this pin so much. I think it's so pretty, and it's really fun to spin it around. So I'm gonna put it down now.
Now it's time for
Christmas trivia.
I feel like we need to make a jingle for this.
Christmas trivia!
There you go.
Oh, no.
That was in honor of the electric guitar on my pin. That was
Yes.
like full force.
Yeah, I think, you know what, I know we don't normally do this till the end of the video, but I kind of want to put it here. I think the emoji of the day should be guitar.
I think so too.
So leave us a guitar emoji.
Talking about some
tell
good
us,
Christmas
you know,
music.
tell us your favorite artist that you've seen in concert. Whoever your favorite that you've seen in concert, we'd love to know. Leave us a guitar emoji and tell us your favorite artist.
That's a good one.
Your favorite concert that you've ever been to.
Also, let us know, have you ever been to a Christmas-specific concert or
Ooh,
a concert
Christmas
for a
tour?
Christmas
Yeah.
album? Let us know who the artist was and what the album was. I'm really curious.
Yeah. This is a Christmas music question.
Okay. Oh, fun.
What popular Christmas song was actually written for Thanksgiving?
Is it Jingle Bells?
It is Jingle
It's
Bells.
Jingle Bells?
It is Jingle Bells.
Wow! Full circle moment!
Yes. It was published under the title The One Horse Open Sleigh, and it has been claimed that it was originally written to be sung by a Sunday school choir for Thanksgiving. Although it had no original connection to Christmas, it became associated with winter and Christmas music in the 1860s and 70s.
I think it has to do with the sleigh bells and the reindeer.
It was first recorded in 1889 on an Edison cylinder.
Oh, I bet that sounded
That's
cool.
super duper cool.
Okay.
So, anyway, there you go. Jingle Bells, Christmas song.
This one?
Not Christmas song. Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving song. This one could be tricky.
Why do I give you all the easy questions and you're like, this one might be difficult for you?
But it might not, because you know we're afraid of facts like this, so it might be cool. Okay. What are Christmas trees also called?
Tannenbaum? Or no? What are we thinking here? Because
It's another name. It's in English. I'm also wondering if it's a northerner thing, because I haven't heard of this before.
if you haven't heard of it, no, I have no idea.
You know lots of random facts like this. They're called a Yule tree.
Like for the Yule log?
Y-U-L-E tree.
No, I've
Yule
never
tree.
ever heard that before.
Have you guys heard that before? I thought that was super
Is that a
interesting.
thing?
I don't know. And if it
It's
is,
like a Yule
what
log
does that
you
mean?
put on the
Hold on,
fire.
now.
Does the Yule log come from the Yule tree after you've cut the Yule tree down? Is the Yule log more of a New
Maybe.
Year's thing? What does Google answer the question? What does that mean? Is it
Let's
just
see,
for people
why
who
is it
don't
called?
don't want to call it Christmas, so they call it Yule instead?
I have no
Literally,
idea.
the picture that they put with this article about the Yule log is titled
tree.
Happy Christmas. What do they want from us? It's a Christmas tree.
So the word Yule developed from
Yeah, it's a
an
big
old
it's
English
when people
word.
want to celebrate
So
the pagan
it's
winter
another way to
solstice.
say Christmas tree, but it's the Yule tree.
I've never
So
heard that before.
have you heard that before? Let us know. Also, I'm curious if it has to do with like different cultures and where you come from, where your family comes from. If you called it a Yule tree instead of a Christmas tree, let us know.
I don't know.
So that is it for Vlogmas Day 10. We hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out with us. If you did, give it a thumbs up.
Subscribe down below and make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time we upload in the next month because we're posting every day until Christmas.
And don't forget to put your, what emoji is it?
Guitar!
Don't forget to put your guitar in the comments down below so that you can be entered for this week's giveaway. And we will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 11.
Bye!
Bye!